If you need mortgage assistance.
All right, guys, this is question and answers I want to get to. The first one is not really a question. I want to give you guys a fair warning on something while I get this paperwork done. Is this, I've been watching a lot of the, I'm looking for a lot of the old Dudleys. And the main reason is I don't know if they're going to be in my gamer or not, but I want to compare these old Dudleys to the bats that are coming out now. So I put out a request to order some of these or get some of them from you guys out there. And I've got a few. I'm still looking for some more. The 2.0 Dudleys, the 12-inch, and the OG, the red knob Dudleys, the OGs. I'm looking for some of those. If you guys happen to have any, let me know. Here's the deal. I'm not going to give up my firstborn to get this bat. A lot of you guys are going crazy and taking advantage of people on the internet about this shit. I've seen them priced up to $350. I actually know where one guy has an original, an OG 2.0 12-inch barrel in the wrapper, and I tried to get it from him, and he just wasn't going to give it up. But I didn't go no $300. I didn't want to give up my firstborn for that shit. And a lot of you guys are starting to take advantage of people trying to get as much money as you can. I understand shit we're going on nowadays. A lot of guys out there need money, and I understand that. But don't try to gouge seniors out there, man. Let me. That's just part of the beginning of this. Let me talk about something that a lot of you guys need to be aware of. I see, because all these OGs are going up there, I see a lot of the Reeboks yellow and gray bats. The one with the it's got a diamond plate on the outside of it. I know you guys have seen that bat. That bat is a very good bat. Soft barrel. It gets spidering in the outside of it before it actually starts to break in. It gets a seam separation, and that bat is hot, and it will last you, about 600-700 swings. That bat is hot. But let me give you guys a warning on that bat. And I seen one the other day going close to $400. Let me give you guys a warning on that bat. What happened was, a year before they stopped producing that bat, they did not renew the contract. So that last year, this is just my opinion, I don't know this, nobody sent this shit to me and told me. I just put two and two together because I swung that bat during that time. And that last year that I purchased that bat was a piece of shit. And here's the reason that I think happened was they started using cheaper carbon. They started doing it cheaper because they weren't going to renew the contract, so they were saving money in that last year. That's what I think happened, because every bat that I got within that last year, and I actually did a video on this years ago when they stopped producing that bat. Now, the bat that they're putting out there for $390 or $350, that Reebok, who's to say it wasn't from that last year? And they cracked early in that last year, and they just didn't have the distance. They didn't have the performance of the previous year. So, and I did not hear this from anybody. Nobody told me this. I just put two and two together, which a lot of these companies do, is when they stop making a product, they start making the product shittier because they don't want to spend the money to top grade carbon. So be aware whenever they're selling these Reeboks out there that a lot of the old ones, that you're not getting one from that last year. And there's no way to tell, guys. There's no way to tell. You would have to get a hold of somebody that knew what the serial number, what date it came out in, and go about it that way. But I don't know. I can't tell you when that bat was made. That's actually on the Senior Softball Buy, Sell, and Trade. This is where I do all my stuff from. If you guys can, go get on that. It's on Facebook. It's Senior Softball Buy, Sell, and Trade. And get on there. Let me get to some questions before I get to I've gotten this question. I'm not going to call anybody out on this, but I've gotten this question for a while now, and it's actually been something that's been said to me, and you'll hear us in these behind the scenes talk about Minions. My wife has mentioned the Minions, and Billy will tell me just let the Minions handle it. My wife has told me numerous of times, why are you up so upset? Just let your minions handle it. Well, what we call a lot of our fans out there, because I don't think they're not like the I don't think they're like sheep, guys. I don't think they're like, really, motherfucker? I don't think they're not the followers. They're my followers, but we call them minions because in the last 10 years it's been growing and growing, but and you'll hear Bubba joke about it. And what happened was, long story short, about 2 years ago, I received this ugly ass text about some things that were calling me out on, and I got mad because my South Side came out in me, and I wanted to reply and curse and throw F-bombs, and my wife said, just let your minions handle it, don't worry about it. And then a few months later, another one came out, where they were talking shit on Facebook, and then I was going to reply, and a buddy of mine said, Charlie Mueller just said, let your minions handle it. And it kind of started sticking with me, where my minions, you guys, my minions, and I let you guys handle it, and I don't go back old school shit like I used to 30 years ago and just start arguing with people, and calling them out and FUs and shit like that. So I keep away from that, and I let my minions. And so a lot of you guys have been hearing us in the backgrounds going, hey, I heard from your minions. In the last video, behind the scenes the other day, and I was talking to Billy. I said, you know what the minions are saying? So you guys are my minions. You guys take care of my shit jobs for me, my talking shit to people, and the followers, and Billy calls them the minions. See what the minions are doing, or just don't talk to that shit. Don't answer him. Don't answer him. Let your minions handle that shit. And y'all do. Obviously, yeah, and I'm proud of you guys. I get a little tear in my eye when I read the shit that y'all recently on Facebook, whenever I did the mag, all you minions of you jumped on those guys that were talking shit, and backing me, having my back. You're the kind of guys, the minions are the guys, and you know what I'm talking about. The minions are the guys where you get in a bar fight and you don't know who's behind you, but you don't worry about it, but you get in a fight, and then all of a sudden he's got his guys, and there's only a couple of them, and then you're talking shit, but then again you turn around and you look and you got all your minions behind you. That's what you guys are, and I kind of get a tear going when I talk about you guys, because I never thought this channel would get like that. I never thought I would have that minion following where y'all guys have my back. I don't have to say shit. You know what we're here to do, and y'all see it. Although I don't sit there and preach it all the time when I'm doing my videos on this is what I do. I don't plug shit, and I don't have to repeat myself, right? But whenever somebody comes out and starts talking shit about any one of our guys, our minions, the other minions will jump them, or talk shit to them, and that makes me proud. It makes me worth what I'm doing, that it means something. And it's kind of, I talked to Billy about it. We talk to, actually once a week, we talk about the minions, so it's funny when you guys, and I wanted to, I've gotten questions within the last about a month, because the minions have been alive, in my opinion, since day one. They've just gotten a lot more, we've gotten a lot more of them now that will actually come and back us. And that's when you're from where I'm from, that's the big thing with me, is having you minion guys. Mike, the Mike and Mag 7, I've not received my 2 bats back. This getting 9 minutes already. I have not received my 2 bats back from Mike, and I want to clear something up here. And I just seen a video the other day put out, I'm not going to mention any names, about the Mag 7, and they're talking about it has a lot of flex, don't worry about it, it has a little bend to it, don't worry about it. Guys, I'm going to tell you something about that. Worry about it. Anytime you have a bend in a bat, that's not a good thing. And I keep saying this, when I bought the bat didn't say it had a bend in it. I got one with a bend in it. I didn't, if it would have said it had a bend in it, I wouldn't have bought it. So I have one with a bend in it. It did not clarify when I bought it, and all the little paperwork and shit didn't say this bat has a bend in it, or you got to swing it with a bend in it. When I purchased it, I thought it was straight. I don't want a bent bat. I think it affects the performance of the bat. I think it has a lot to do with timing. I think it affects the timing when you're swinging. Especially if the bend is bent one way and it's bending back the other way, and it keeps bending like that, the recoil from the barrel flex, it's gonna mess everything up. And I seen the video where this person was saying it does nothing. Bullshit. And I'm calling bullshit on this because it does do something. It affects the performance. Now there's some out there, this is what I think happened. Mikan has a problem with that bend, and I do think some are tighter than others. Whenever you have the ones like we had, we never got performance out of those two bats because it was a big bend in that bat. I have not received the next two that are coming out because I can't wait, because they're talking about this bat being like a game changer, and guys, if it has a bend in it, it's not going to be a game changer. I'm just saying, I'm putting this video out because there are people out there saying it does not affect. Bullshit. I'm telling you right now, it affects it. It affects it. I hope they fix the problem, because they're trying to say it's a three-piece and just that's the way the three-piece functions, and that's bullshit. Why would you have a bat that bends when you swing it like that has a big flex in it and doesn't go back? That's a problem, guys. Your batting average is going to suffer at the end of the year. I'm not talking about your batting average is going to suffer in one tournament. Your batting average is going to suffer at the end of the year when you're taking over 150 cuts. I'm just telling you. That's how much that I'm anal about this shit. You put too much, like somebody said on one of my comments, is you put too much into it. It's just softball. Well, bullshit. I put a lot into it, yes. But the reason is because I'm so anal about shit. I'm so anal about bat grip. I'm so anal about what kind of batting gloves I use, what shoes I wear. Make sure you wear the same shoes when you're hitting batting practice you are in a game, because the weight differential. I am so anal about that shit. So when I do my videos, when I do my videos, I'm anal about a bunch of stuff too. There's one last thing I want to get to before I stop, because I got a lot to do, and I'm going to do another one right after this one. I'm at the grocery store. We're not quiet bat review people, and if you can see recently in the videos that we actually are putting out doing, and I told you guys this on my back behind the scene videos, it's raw. It's a lot of things that we think about. I clip out a little bit of stuff, but I mainly try to clip out names. But if I can't clip out names, then I'll miss one, and then somebody gets butthurt about it. But here's the deal. And we read a lot of message boards, because we try to stay in tune with everything else that's going on. If you say your bat that you're swinging is better than another bat, and I'm not going to call anybody out here, I'm just saying, if you say that your bat is as good as an OG Dudley, which in my opinion I think is the best bat out there, the OG Dudley, the 12-inch. 13-inch ain't bad either. But if you're out there and you're putting your bat up against that bat and you're vocally saying something about it, I got a problem with that. Bubba's got a problem with that. Billy, not so much. Billy will say shit, 30 feet from the camera. But Bubba is very vocal. I am very vocal. So when you have heard us going off about that's bullshit, and then you make a phone call and say, come down. And Bubba's always said this: if you think your shit's better than what we put out there, bring it down here. Bring it down San Antonio. Invite them. Dave, he's telling me, invite them, Dave. Bring them down here. Let's see them. Let's put them on camera. And let's see how far they can hit it. Because they're up there talking shit about this bat's better than that bat. And I'm saying, Bub, it's not really worth it. We'll let the minions handle it. That's what I'll tell them. But we say stuff on behind the scenes, that it's not few of it's not politically correct, but we're just talking from a bunch of guys in a circle, and sitting down and eating, or that's just the way we do. We interact with stuff, but it's nothing personal. You know, if we call you out because you had said that a bat that I rated really low is as good as an OG, you know, we let the little shit go. Like if you're telling me that a Mikan, an AT bat, is as good as the Suncoast bats, we're not going to say anything about that. We don't give a shit about that. That's just your preference on what you want. We blow that shit off. Okay, we don't care about that. But when you say a number 12 or number 13 or number 14 is as good as an OG Dudley, which was, in my opinion, the game changer, and then you're going to get called out on it. You know, it's that drastic change that we don't like, and you're spreading false shit, and we don't like people that tries to push their shit, and we all don't. You know, we don't like people that try to push their shit and go to the extreme. That kind of pisses. But we say it. We don't say it in the reviews, but we just say it in the behind the scenes. So if you happen to hear that, it's not personal. And if you're going to compare your bat, compare it to something in the middle of the top 10. Don't compare it to the god of the OGs is the freaking Dudleys. You know, which in my opinion is the best bat out there ever made, guys, ever made. And I know we're going to catch some flack about that because I said ever made, and you guys can come up with shit that was made 30 years ago. You know, so 20 years ago, not 30 years ago. The titaniums with the hot ass balls. But anyway, guys, that's it. I got another video I'm going to do. I'm going to go inside and get some groceries, stock up. And then I got these coming out. I'm going to try to get them coming out once a week. I got my behind the scenes coming out every day. I still got to, you know, download. You guys are staying at home. I think they're going to release a lot of people this week to start opening up. We're hitting tomorrow. I'm going to start doing more Facebook Live, and I'll let you guys know when I do that. Thanks, guys.